Hello, beautiful people. Happy June 19th. Our reading today kicks off with a quote from Dan B. For many of us, having a bad day is part of the process of getting better. A bad day doesn't necessarily mean a slip or a return to drinking or betting. It could mean being secretive, snapping at someone, being rude or grandiose, or feeling those old feelings again. We know what bad days are, and we will probably always have bad days. They're part of life. They are, however, not a sign that we are bad people or that we aren't getting better. We are. For the most part, our lives are much better than they used to be. And an occasional bad day or series of bad days is often part of the healing process. We may even come to view a bad day as a challenge. By responding to the challenge, by choosing healthy action or clearing up our anger before it turns to resentment, by turning more quickly to our sponsor and our higher power, we are growing. Bad days offer us something that good days don't. The challenge to grow, to be honest, to turn things over, the chance to pick up and use the tools recovery has given us. Today, help me to remember that bad days aren't the end of my recovery. They're part of everyone's life, recovering or not. It's kind of crazy, right? That bad days are for everyone and that they have purpose. That's a great way to look at that. And it's true. The bad days are for growing. I know I've experienced this before, and bad days do suck. But those are the days like I try to practice, like, why is my meditation not working? Why can't I talk myself into a good mood? And a bad day that we don't bet is a good day, right? The reason we talk so much about meditating, doing the right thing, thinking, evolving as a person, putting our energy into trying new things, counting on our community, listening to podcasts, reading books, whatever. The reason we do all of those things, which essentially are our recovery tools, are so that when the bad days come, we don't go back to betting. Now, some people would maybe say that they haven't had a choice because the casinos are, have been closed. I would argue with that because there's other ways to gamble. I'm glad that people may not have taken advantage of them with the casinos being closed, if they are a casino gambler. And part of me wonders too, is it because we can justify going to the casino as a form of recreation where standing at the local corner store scratch-offs for hours doesn't look like recreation? I don't know. I don't know how people's perspective works with that, but I think that bad days have value. I think I agree with the book. That's where I was going with this. And I think we need to be kind with ourselves on the bad days. And you guys have heard me struggle with them. They happen, and I'm fortunate enough to get to talk to all of you about them and process how I'm going to deal with them. And they are challenges that we can overcome. I can relate strongly to the snapping at someone or being rude. That's definitely one of the behaviors I hate having, is when I'm having a bad day and I get bitchy and rude and take it out on other people. That's so unfair of me. And I usually apologize. I do my step 10 work and I apologize and try to make it better. And sometimes I'm better in the future and sometimes I'm not. But I'm human and I'm trying. The other piece to think about is, can we prevent bad days? Can it be planning a little better, to relieve some stress, or asking for help? What goes into making a bad day for you? Is it oversleeping? Is it having an altercation? Is it not getting your way? I have decided, I like this word. I don't know if it's a true word. I don't know if anybody's done it, but this is kind of what I'm thinking would be a fun way to look at this. For me, and I'll speak strictly for me, when I am acting shitty like that and not presenting my recovery personality that's, nicer, that knows the serenity prayer, that handles things with a little bit more dignity and grace than when I'm acting like a shithead, I've decided to call those shithead moments my addictude. So my focus is to change my addictude to gratitude. So just food for thought. I thought that was kind of cute. And you're probably going to hear me talk about that more because I just like it. It has a nice ring to it. So that's to me what a bad day could be, is having our addictude show when we need to get centered on gratitude. And I'll repeat what Paul has said, is that the two emotions that are the most powerful are love and fear, and gratitude comes from love, and you can't feel those two ends of the spectrum at the same time. So if we're in a place of gratitude and a place of love, then we can't feel the fear and the quote unquote bad days. So that's part of why it's important to get rid of our addictude and turn it into gratitude. Doesn't that just sound like such a fun bunch of words? Okay, beautiful people. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it's not a bad day, but if it is, grow and learn. And I will see you tonight for S. We're on S tonight. Thanks, beautiful people.
And